Well, after 6 months, Luca's car reviews is finally back. Today, I have a 2017 Cadillac Escalade Platinum Edition. Let's get started. This Escalade comes with a black Raven exterior, along with a jet black leather interior. Now, of course, the Escalade does come standard with push-button ignition. To start, simply have the key within proximity of the interior, put your foot on the brake, and hit the center-mounted engine start-stop button to go. Not bad at all, gotta say. This Escalade comes with a 4-spoke, leather-wrapped heated steering wheel, with rack and pinion power steering, and a 19.5-inch turning radius. This Escalade comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission, with low gear manual selection, and when you put it in reverse, a backup camera will appear with guidance lines. You do also have tow haul mode as well. Alright, we're going to cut on the lights. Does have automatic lights, as well as the hazards. Both front windows are fully automatic. And now, we'll go ahead and take a closer look at the Escalade's exterior. The Platinum Edition Escalade was the top-of-the-line trim, which came with every single option available. Along with that, you get Platinum-specific 22-inch chrome wheels, as well as exclusive semi-aniline leather seats and Sedona swavage with jet black accents. Influenced by the Lincoln Navigator, the Escalade originated for the 1999 model year. Like the Navigator, the Escalade was not only Cadillac's first full-size luxury SUV, better yet, it was the first SUV altogether from Cadillac. 2017 marks the third year of the fourth generation of the Escalade. One of the things that the Escalade beat on the Navigator is the engine. For one reason, it has 40 more horsepower than the Navigator, and another reason being that this has a good old V8 in it. That's right, the 2017 Navigator had absolutely no V8 options. Instead, an EcoBoost V6. Ugh. Another thing I think the Escalade beat in 2017 is the looks. This is my opinion, but I personally think the 2017 Escalade just had way better looks. Just a simple yet bold design. Just looking at it has you realizing whoever's the lucky driver of this big beast is the king or queen of the road. Keep in mind, I'm comparing this Escalade to the 2017 Navigator, which was the year before the overhaul for the Navigator. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the engine and explain the engine specs. The standard engine for the 2017 Escalade is General Motors' 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. With a variable valve timing, single overhead cam, 16 valves, it puts out 420 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 460 foot-pounds of torque at 4,100 RPM. And it has a curb weight of 5,785 pounds. It is 4-wheel drive and has an independent front suspension and a solid axle 5-link rear suspension, as well as front and rear stabilizer bars. For fuel economy, with recommended premium 91 octane fuel, it gets 18 city, 24 highway, and finally for the range, gets 390 miles to the city and 520 miles to the highway. If you ask me, I'd say this engine's quite a monster. Alright, now I'll go ahead and see how this Escalade sounds. Now, since this Escalade is the Platinum model, that does also mean that this comes with every single option available, which does obviously include a DVD player. And you already know I do have to demonstrate it. So, what I have here is a DVD of my dad's movie, Like Hell a Movie. It's a super inappropriate fictional movie about my dad's band, but this is a car review, not a movie review. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply insert this DVD into the DVD drive here. And we're going to click video. And we're going to hop to the back seat just to show the DVD player. All right, people, we're kicking it in the back seat here. I got the DVD going. This is the main screen. To get it released, you just simply press this button right here and go from there to adjust the screen to your liking. So, yeah, this is pretty nice to have. You do also have individual screens for passengers, for each passenger. To be honest, I have no idea how to work the thing. And I should also point out that there was supposed to be a remote included for I don't know if it's for all 3 of the screens or if it's just for the main player. But the rental company, for whatever reason, did not include the remote. So, yeah, that's not a big deal, but would have been nice to have that. But, again, not a big deal. So, in case you didn't notice, when I was in the back, you can also play the movie up front. Obviously, if you put it in drive, it won't play anymore just for safety reasons. But it's pretty cool to have if you were up front and you wanted to watch a movie. That's pretty nice to have. Obviously, you can just switch a screen. All I had to do was just press the video and bam, just like that. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool system. I mean, DVDs really aren't much of a thing anymore, to be totally honest, in 2023. But it is still really nice to have if you want to kick it old school and you got the family in the backseat on a long road trip and they wanted to watch a movie or something. There you go. You hear that? No? Exactly. Because Cadillac has such a quiet cabin in all of their cars, and I have super, super good respect for that. Very quiet and just spacious interior. I also like that there's not like a center console or another seat in the second row, so it's very easy to access the third row, which is probably meant more for kids. This is for sure a bench seat. It's not as comfortable as the front or the second row seats. And if you're tall and you want to have any luck in a third row, you are going to have to sit in the middle seat. That is also if there was no other seat in the middle or a center console for the second row or anything like that. Otherwise, yeah, I think I'd only recommend a third row for smaller people or children. Seriously, I have no complaints about the back seats or the interior for that matter. It's just a terrific, simple interior. And of course, the Escalade does come standard with a fully powered tailgate. And fun fact, this is actually the first generation of the Escalade to have power third row seats. That is right. The Escalade did not have power third row seats until 2015, which is when this generation of the Escalade came out. That was actually something that the Navigator had before the Escalade, which is honestly a pretty big deal because it's kind of a nightmare. You have to reach in and pull this thing just to get that seat down, and then you have to grab the seat yourself when you're done. Whereas you have this, just so much better, you know? Also, you could fold down the second row seats, which I'll actually demonstrate. After you do all that, you do get quite a bit of trunk space. It is pretty impressive, I gotta say. Now, to shut the tailgate, there are 3 ways you could do it. One being, you could press the trunk button on your key fob, or you could hit this button right here, or you swipe your foot. It'll beep a few times in the interior, lights will flash, and then the tailgate will close. You can also use that foot thing to open the trunk, obviously. Pretty nifty feature. You do also have openable glass in the rear. Openable what? Okay, whatever. Which is pretty nice to have in case you need to just like throw a couple of groceries in there, or if you just need to grab something that doesn't require having to open an entire tailgate. But the only thing with that is I, for one, am very sensitive to slamming glass. So as you can see, like, I hate slamming glass. There we go, I got it. So it's kind of a challenge to close it if you're someone like me who's very sensitive to slamming glass. You do have massage seats. You just press this button right here. These seats are very comfortable. I gotta say, I was honestly a little nervous at first because in my mom's ATS, you know, the seats aren't that great, to be totally honest. So I was a little skeptical, but I was wrong, like I always am. These seats are a lot better, and of course, they are more flexible, and they are massaging, which is amazing. So like I said earlier, the cabin is very quiet, which is just amazing to have. You know, it just feels like you're in a cocoon. Now, when it comes to driving the Escalade, it is a very smooth ride. As I mentioned earlier, you can barely hear any outdoor noise in the cabin. Acceleration is also pretty good. You do feel a little throwback in your seat. Sadly, I do not have a full throttle acceleration clip of the Escalade. But here's an approximately 7/8 throttle clip 0 to 60.
Jeez, I get
Yep. Cool. My dad's friend who's a GM guy has one word that can best describe the way that GM trucks drive. Quote, sloppy. Which may not be a bad thing. I honestly don't know how to explain what I mean by that, but I feel it's a pretty accurate word. Ford vehicles are a bit tighter, if that makes any sense. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed my review of the 2017 Cadillac Escalade Platinum Edition. I seriously appreciate you all still sticking around for my videos, even though I've been gone for basically 6 months now. I'm hoping to post a lot more this year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.